It's time for Florida State football. This is the Jimbo Fisher Show. The Jimbo Fisher Show is brought to you by the Florida Lottery, over $28 billion and counting to education. Just imagine. The Florida Department of Transportation, drive sober or get pulled over. The energy-saving conservation programs of Tico People's Gas. Coke Zero, you don't know zero till you've tried it. SunTrust, the official bank of Florida State Athletics. Ram Trucks, more people are driving Ram trucks than ever before. Guts, glory, Ram. Nick's Toggery, provider of Coach Fisher's wardrobe.
Hello and welcome to the Jimbo Fisher Show. Tom Block along with Coach Fisher. Coach, congratulations, another win. This one a little bit more hard fought, but you get a 34-14 victory over USF to go to 2-0.
Really was. We liked what we saw of USF on film. We knew they were going to be a good football team. They're going to be very physical. A lot of athletes on the field, big guys in the trenches, and we knew we would be tested. We knew going in. We told our kids that, and they did a great job. We give them some things, but that's football. You don't play as well. You say you give it to them, but they may have caused those things. But our kids battled back. I'm very proud of the way we played in the second half.
Well, and that's a point you made to your team, that you don't know how your team will handle adversity until they're faced with it, and now they've passed that first test.
Well, exactly right. And so many young guys on both sides of the ball, especially on offense. And then we were almost anemic except for one big play by Dalvin on the first half, because so many little things. It wasn't just one guy. It was this guy, this guy, this guy, and that's what happens. And that's what I try to tell them. But to be able to come back the second half and score every time we had it again, was outstanding.
You mentioned Dalvin, and you're a Florida State football historian long before your tenure started here, but that performance against USF was, well, it's the second best statistically in Florida State history.
It was big, and it all came in big moments of the game, just uplifting plays at critical times. It wasn't about stats. It wasn't about playing against a team that you were superior than, as far as, you're running up a score. These were big plays and big moments of big games, and that's what Dalvin does. And, I didn't even I knew he had yards, but I didn't realize he had 266 till it was over with, because you're caught up in trying to win the football game, but it was a very dynamic performance.
Certainly was, and we will look at those highlights from Dalvin Cook and the Florida State Seminoles as they run their record to 2-0. We'll get to the first half highlights right after this. Stay with us on the Jimbo Fisher Show. Welcome back to the Jimbo Fisher Show. Florida State plays a second consecutive home game as the Bulls come to town. And, Coach, you're familiar, obviously, with probably more of these players than maybe some of the other opponents, just given the overlap in recruiting. But you knew South Florida was going to come in ready to fight you hard.
Oh, no doubt. They're very well coached. Willie does a great job coaching his guys. They've got very good players. They're athletic. They can run. Florida has tons of players everywhere. As you know, there's so many programs in the state with so many great players. And, they have great players, and we realized that here back in 2009 when they came in here with the guys they had. But here, it's something we've got to cover a little better. We got to get our other guys. We're getting some guys blocked and not getting in there on this kick return. 2 or 3 guys not getting in there. We got to get that fixed quickly. Thought we kicked the ball well yesterday as far as Roberto was concerned and what he did. But good job up front, controlled early. We didn't move offense, but defensively we were swarming to the ball, tackling guys. There's DeMarcus Walker had another really good game. Trey Marshall had a really good game. Gave up one little play, but nice sack. Oh, right here, Giorgio Newberry getting another sack. That guy again just keeps playing and getting better and better, and very pleased with him. Right here, Everett made a mistake right here. He's got to give that ball up inside, and then we got a nice pop right up in there, but a mistake by him. Got to stay in the pocket right here. Could have worked over to the side. We had the guy open on the side. But just, getting comfortable with what we're doing, the flash looks, but that's part of quarterbacking. But I was very proud the second half. He come back and went 13 to 17 for 150 yards and a touchdown in the second half, which is hard to do, sometimes. So good job, Jacob Pugh. I believe that was him. Yeah, Jacob had 7 tackles on the night and had a sack, and really getting better and better each time he plays. Nice job in there. Looks like, is that Derek Nottie, Niall Lawrence? Niall played well. DeMarcus played well. Derek Nottie's getting better and better every week. And then, of course, there's that guy Dalvin. He starts on some of those runs. Good job up front. Brock Rubel, some of our young linemen, Martinez, Wilson Bell. Got to come back. Got to wait on the outlet. They covered 2. We got to get to our third option right there in that look. And then right here, Kaysen, it kicked the ball well at times, and times he didn't. Our directional kicks he's got to do a better job on. Cost us 1 big return, and we got to get that fixed, or we'll have to see what we can do there. On the edge, good job. I got to make that tackle. 2 missed tackles. We got 2 guys leverage right there. Safety's got to make that tackle. Backer bounced it to him. Nice job here, though. Derek Mitchell Jr. in there making a good play. They're giving us a great job right there. You see Marquez playing the screen, and Josh Sweat gets there. Now we got to get that guy on the ground a little quicker, but we played the screen and did a good job. Josh Sweat, that guy just keeps getting better and better each week. He's going to be a really good football player. They're getting it out. There's Marquez. Boy, Marquez showed up all night. He played tackle after tackle, had the big pick in the end zone later on in the red zone situation. I mean, and I tell you what, I was very proud of the way Bobo Wilson caught punts, got north-south on plays, had some nice returns, helped change the field position. I thought he did a really nice job on the night. Here we go. Everett actually checked out of that play. And when you get this guy in open space now, it's hard to get on the ground, and he can run. And you don't realize how strong he is right there. Good receivers, Travis and Ehrman down the field making blocks, along with Kermit, our downfield blocking, getting so much better. The first one was Bobo. All those receivers, you see him leading down through there right now and doing a really nice job. And, of course, he finishes with that great speed. Kickoff right here. We got to knife it down. Have one guy, got a hole. We're getting one guy mixed out of the mix right there. We got to do a better job on that. We're going to get that fixed this week. I thought Roberto kicked it well. Jacob, got to make that first tackle right there. Now, he's a great job of coming back, but we don't need to miss that first one. Do not need to miss that first one. Kept good pressure. Good job up inside, playing the run, being physical. Derek and the guys. Punt. Their punter can really hit it now. Again, Bobo caught it. Gets north-south. I believe that's where we lost Brutus. Now this right here, this is a shame because this is going to be a big play around the corner. Everett just threw it in the ground. Just didn't make a play. We're just out of whack. But then we give it back on third down and ended up having to punt. When you have to punt when you're backed up like this, you usually give up points, and we do here. Now this is a critical mistake right here. Line drive punt in the middle of the field was supposed to be a directional punt the other way, hitting it on the run. You can't do that. You cannot do that, and that's Casey knows better than that, and he's got to do a better job. There's a great job hustling back, though. Terrell Lyons trying to come back and make a play, but we cannot allow that to happen. Here they get the edge. Good job, good play right there by Trey. Trey did play a good football game. Again, they're doing it again. Good tackle right here by Terrence Smith. Terrence played a good game. Missed a few tackles, but, he's still hustling, playing like – now look at this play. There's the effort to get back and play that, and Marquez White going to attacking the ball himself. Big red zone stop. See right there, we got to dump that ball down the X on a little drag route. We had him perfectly. Now, at least Everett's not taking the sack, throwing it away, but he needed to get that ball out of his hand the other side. We just missed a block right here up inside, and they got pressure. So that was the first quarter. Very frustrating. We had one good play. That's about it. Now, again, we cannot kick the ball in the middle of the field. Those are things we cannot do. And Jacob Pugh loses the edge right there. We can't let that happen. He's in good position. He's trying to stick, as I say, stick his nose in the honey a little bit, wanting to go make the play. And you got to stay home. Make sure you set the leverage. Reggie Northup, good play right there. And also in there, you saw where Derek Hoskins, you're going to see him a bunch in there, who's really emerging as a linebacker for us. Very athletic, can make a lot of plays. Now, we have one bust right there. That was they had a trail route, and we had it. His eyes got violated, and we went inside with Trey right there. Otherwise, he played an outstanding game. Again, got to set the edge. Good run by them. Their backs are really good players. Like I've said, they've got good players. And right here, got to stay right on it. Actually, it was a broken play because they were trying to take it the other way in a scramble, and our guys lost their eyes on him and came back, and their quarterback made a good play. That's one thing we know he can do. Here's Dalvin. Nice little run up inside, gets 7 or 8 yards. Pounding up inside, Big Rod Johnson, those guys. There he gets a pop right there. Getting it back up inside. Izzo doing a nice job, Rod. Martinez, Kareem R. At the end of the day, though, they did. Had a little screen route line. Need to get that ball up a little bit. But we make one block right there by the right guard, and we could come out of there for about 20, 25. Now right here, this ball looks like it's not. See, that's on the quarterback. That ball, when it's tightly contested, you can't put that ball above the eyes. It's got to be down in the framework of the body. We get a first down. The accuracy that it takes right there, and just a hair off, just a couple inches off. But when you're tightly covered, that's what happens. But we battle at the end of the half here. They're driving down. We do a good job of stopping them, forcing them to punt. And there's DeMarcus Christmas in there doing a good job. He's going to be a really good player too. There's Josh Sweat chasing the ball from behind. There's Nate Andrews back in there, Terrence Smith. Now we get the ball out on the edge with Dalvin. Good blocking on the perimeter. Our receivers continue to do a good job out wide blocking. Right here, the ball's got to go to the tight end, I think right there. I believe it was. No, it wasn't. I'm sorry. That was a hide route. They got pressure down inside. Then right here on 3rd and long, Ehrman, daggum, snatch that ball. We had a one-on-one like we wanted outside. He's got to go up and make that play. Hits him in the hands. Got to make that play. We got to make plays. Good job by Jalen. Continuing to press the guy to the sideline, bats the ball away. Jalen being Jalen had another really good ball game for us. Again, we got to set the edge. We had to caught us in a twist and get in the perimeter. But Roderick Hoskins coming all the way over from middle linebacker making that play. He can run. That's what he does, cover. Nice job of setting the edges right here. Now we're pursuing. There's Roderick Hoskins again. Great space player now. Big, long, physical. Guy's going to be a really good football player. Jacob got to go make that tackle in the hole. You can't wait. You got to fill that hole. Their quarterback now. When he gets those draws, we know he's an athlete. Again, seeing it. Got to get him on the ground. There you go, Jacob and the boys. They kept their on the ground. Didn't go for the pump fakes. Nice ball being batted, but Nate had to play right there inside. Nice job by the guys. Here we are coming out, trying to get off the goal line, trying to end the half. I mean, this is we're backed up. We don't want to make any critical mistakes. The best thing we did on the night, and again, it's the second time on offense, second game in a row, we haven't turned the football over. All the frustration things you have, and that's what happens sometimes when you get frustrated. You start trying to make plays, forcing throws or being reckless with the ball, and we didn't do that. And I think that's one of the keys of this football game that kept us in it earlier till we got to the second half and then got on fire and started. Jalen almost, pick six right there. Great read coming off the half. Boom, their guy scrambling. Guy was just out of bounds right there. His toe was right on the line, happened right in front of us. You could see it right in front of his toe was right on the white part of the line. It was a good call. And it was 7-7.5. We're in a dogfight. We haven't moved the ball. We have one really good play on offense. Defensively, played pretty well. Special teams are not punting the ball like we need to punt it. And just look in those eyes like, oh, Lord, this is a game. We told them it's going to be a football game. And then how we responded in the second half is what I was really proud of. We went out and set the tone with a kickoff return again. The kickoff return team, again, Kerman hits a big play. We get the return, go down and get the scores, and then we scored every time we had it in the second half. And this shows those guys what they're capable of doing. But I was proud to see that once they hit that adversity, they responded very well.
Big play in the first half. There really wasn't a lot offensively, so Dalvin Cook's 74-yard touchdown run got you the points. And this is the first time since 1988 that an FSU back's gone over 200 yards. Wow. We'll see more of Dalvin in the second half, but he's special.
He is. He's really special. And, he got a hot hand. People say, he got 30 carries. We wanted to get Mario a few more carries, but had a hot hand. Mario got a few. When you get a guy that's that hot, you want to keep giving it to him. And it was a big game. He was making plays in the big time of the game.
7-7 at intermission. We will get to the second half highlights a little bit later in the show. Stay with us here on the Jimbo Fisher Show.
Undefeated Season in Review is presented by Hyundai, proud supporter of college football and loyal fans everywhere.
Jameis Winston, play action fake, pass to the left side, got a convoy for Rashad Green to the 45, Green to the 50, Green to the Seminole 45-yard line. Pass to the right side, got a wide open Bobo Wilson to the 5, 3, 2, 1, touchdown Florida State. Touchdown FSU. Bobo Wilson has his first career touchdown catch. Here's the snap, inside handoff, and they get it Carlos. Carlos, a little stutter step, inside, stakes the tackle. He's to the 12, to the 8-yard line. He's to the 7-yard line. Winston takes the snap, hands the ball off, running left is Dalvin Cook. Got the corner turn. He's going to score his first career touchdown. You cannot keep that freshman out of the paint. Touchdown FSU, and the Noles are up 20. They'll run to the right now in the backfield, wrestled down and dropped. Great penetration. Here's the snap. On second down. Winston putting it, finds a receiver. Open at the 15-yard line, and out of bounds goes Carlos Williams. Handoff, play action fake, pass by Winston. Nick O'Leary, touchdown FSU. Wow, it looked to me there with a power formation. They handed off to the tailback. Dropping back, big pickup of the blitzer, pass to the right side. It is caught by Erman Lane. Zigzag move. Erman Lane with a step up to the 20. He's to the 16-yard line. Good snap by Gabbard. Here's the kick, and it is good again for Roberto Aguayo. 2 A backs, 1 B back, and now there's a little confusion. And in the backfield, here's a sack by the corner. Jalen Ramsey came up with a cat blitz and got him in the backfield. Good snap by Gabbard, kick airborne, and it is, well, what else? Good. And Roberto Aguayo has another hat trick, huh?
Undefeated Season in Review is presented by Hyundai, proud supporter of college football and loyal fans everywhere.
A 7-7 game at intermission, and coach, a second straight week that you get the football to start the second half.
Yeah, very critical, especially in a game when you have tight games. You know you're going to play a great opponent. Hopefully we didn't score at the end of the half, but we do get it out the second half. And I thought this was the key play of the second half. The great kickoff, and we brought it all the way back across field. Great block. We pinned everybody inside. Kermit hits it just like we want, and we set the tone for the second half on the kickoff right here, Riles. Look at these guys getting down the field blocking. Kermit trying to keep going, doing a great job. And we get it all the way across their 40 into their territory, and then we get hot right here. Nice throw and catch right here. Bobo Wilson gets going. I thought Bobo, again, played a very solid, very good football game. Had one drop, but that was, and Dalvin bounces this little power play to the outside, and you get an edge, and you lose contain. That's what he does. And then we were able to set the tone and take off from this point forward. And great blocking up front. Look at there. Bobo Wilson, again, being very unselfish and making a big block down the field. And Roberto gets a nice kickoff right here. We get it all the way back. And, we set the tone. We get them out right here. They get one first down, I believe. Again, they set the edge right there. Safety got to come down just a hair quicker. Just a hair. He was there, just got to see it a hair quicker. Again, great job, Pugh. Right there's Roderick Hoskins. I mean, I'm telling you, this guy's going to be a really good football player. Like his development right now. And, again, they're scrambling, keeping guys. There's Derwin James. I'm going to tell you, Derwin's getting better and better, too. And because it's safety, people say, well, he can go run. Yeah, but safety, you're like a quarterback. You got to know everything. He is really falling into that role, and he's learning more and more. And as he does, great job of not clipping somebody right there. At least we got a 5-6 yard return, and he's going to play more and more as it goes. Okay, now we get back out. Nice big third down pickup. Nice catch by Kermit. He rolled his route a little bit, but it was great throw and catch right there. Again, now we popped the power play. There's Pig making that big block. Now I think this is a horse collar. I really do. I mean, that's what I thought that was right there. But I pulled him out. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it's too much jersey. I don't know. I have to get that. And but look how strong Dalvin is. That's the thing people don't realize. And we played a little naked. The only thing I want to ever do right here is throw the ball away. They played it. They played a little speed naked, H under, and then we got to get rid of the football. Third down. Now, right here, if we hit this really tight and he don't have to make that second cut, he has a chance. Now, this is great. They're still letting this go, and this guy's helmet's off. I mean, that could cost somebody some severe injury. That was missed by the officials there, and that's a critical play because that's somebody's health. And real good kick. Roberto Aguayo hits the field goal, does a nice job. Again, we got to set the edge 24. 9's got to bend a little more and squeeze it inside out, and 24's got to set that edge and not let it get cut. They did the same thing. They hit it about 2 plays in a row, and they found a little niche and got to moving the football. And we held them. Great job. See, that's the right. They hit a minute ago down the sideline to Trey Marshall. Remember I said they give up the first half. He played it this time, did a great job. And there's Niall Lawrence getting some pressure. They're throwing it up. Won't have a chance. Good job right there. Try to hit the back down the side. Yeah, back down the sideline. Terrence Smith has good coverage. Again, they were winning the field position more. And good job by Bobo right there. Again, fielding those kicks. We're coming off the goal. Watch this run. You talk about squirting through things now. Guy's special. Guy's really special. But we got a lot of special. I think Mario Pender is special too. Nice play action right here. Nice read. His second option right there. Who was that? Bobo? I can't even see who made that catch. I think it was Bobo. And we got a little pass run. Now we're getting a good mix up. They play it. They did a good job on the stretch plays right here. Get a nice catch on the snap right there by Everett. I wish he could have stayed in the pocket and step up, because we had the ex-receiver over here open for a touchdown. He's got to step up in that pocket. But then they broke it up. At least he avoided the sack. We got a late hit right there. That was a big one on them. Capitalized on the pen. A little boot route here. Get the ball to Freddie out here in the flat. Again, Freddie's an unsung hero in this team. You don't hear about him. Just keeps making all those little things that makes us go. Doing a really nice job. Little play action. Checking down to an inside guy, and that's the key. Now he's starting to see the field. The game's slowing down for him. He's getting in the rhythm of the game. Very happy. Nice play action here. Get a little double move by 3 in the set. He throws it in between the safety and the corner on the back shoulder. Really nice throw. Good throw and catch. and Bobo Wilson scores a touchdown. We get up 3 scores, and this was a great drive by us, almost 80, 90-yard drive. Take it down the field. Very proud of our guys. Berto again kicks it all the way out, and we go into the fourth quarter leading by 17. 3 straight scores in that quarter. Now they hit the trick play. We got to see that. We had the guys assigned to it on a blitz, and we got to do a good job of seeing that. And again, that's the kind of things that people are going to get on us because we're so aggressive on defense. We got to play the back sides of those things. Now that bloop kick, I like to see Fred. He makes a great catch, but he broke on the ball late. We were expecting alternative kicks because they're going to stop kicking it back there to Jalen and Kermit because they make so many plays. And here's a great cutback. They over pursue. Again, he just cuts it back, makes 5 yards. We're being patient here. We want to eat the clock. We want to get a drive. We're back. Again, nice job. They brought the blitz. He gets the ball outside on the bubble route. Really nice job. All right, now right back, sees the blitz again. He's recognizing things now. Everett's starting to see things, get the ball out of his hands. We're picking up the blitzes. Now we're mixing a run and pass. Great run by Mario Penn. They wadded it up inside. They had a stun inside. It got there. Mario bound. Again, you see his dynamic ability to hit that edge and go. Really good play by Pender. Again, seeing the blitz, seeing the pressure, going to the right guy. See Javon getting better. This guy gets confidence now. He's going to really be a good player. This is, boom, nice run inside. We're taking it, eating the clock, going down. Hopefully we're up 10 right here. We can get up, get to 17. And great run in here. And they called a hold on Kareem, and you can see it on the other side. His arm does get caught on the outside. And I understand the call. It was a good call. And we can't allow that because that would have put us up 17 again, would change the game. Now we get play action. Tell you what Everett did right here. I thought he threw a really nice ball and give 88 a perfect chance. He could have made a great catch, and he can make that catch. But, it was a smart throw. We missed because we had points. Now right here, if 71's got to go get that block. He can't hesitate right there. He's got to go. If he does, we have a chance to pop that in there. But we was 3rd and 17 or 20 on the 20. It's crazy to throw it. Got a good kicker. Get back up 13, make him score 2 touchdowns instead of that. And we're still up 13, knowing our defense is still playing good football. A lot of strategical decisions on the sideline in this game that was just a minute. Now this is 6 yards deep. I think our guys right here, this can never happen. To give a 33-yard return up on a 6-yard kick, I think they thought it was going out of the end zone and didn't get down there well, and now we're going to get that corrected very quickly. I promise you. Giorgio Newberry, nice game again. Giorgio just keeps playing good football. Here we get pressure right down the middle. They missed the throw. That's a safety. Middle of the field safety's got to have that. It's not the linebacker on that. The safety's got to have that in that call. Good pressure by 24, forces him out of the pocket. They make it. Jalen makes it get his hands. I think got just a piece of it. That guy almost made a great throw, and they had a chance to make a catch. But we're getting pressure on the quarterback. Now we're going to start a drive. Nice job, again, throwing the football by Everett. Really nice drive these last 2 or 3 drives by him. Reading and making checks, running the ball out. We're going to bounce a little counter play right here. Guard would have pulled a little quicker. We'd have been in better shape right there. But we're getting better and better. Keep doing it. Big 3rd down pickup. Stood in the pocket. Now that's the Everett we know. Delivered a strike in there on his 2nd, 3rd read, going from his 2nd to his 3rd read right there. Again, they brought the blitz. He's getting the ball on the edge. We got dynamic guys. There's, again, 5 yards. Take it. Take it. Really good job. Now we have a little quarterback power play, and where they marked the ball, and that's where we got. First they went over and told us it was 4th and 1. We probably wasn't going to go. Then it was 6 inches. We decided we definitely wanted to go. Use our timeout, try to draw them. But we wanted to make it. We wanted to put the game away, and that was very critical right there. Now we run the power play, we run the zone stuff, then we block them down. And that guy hits it, gets outside, then finishes his runs. And big drive for us, get up 20, score 27 in the second half, score all 5 times we had the football. Just a great job. But our offensive line blocked that play extremely well. Jeremy Kerr right there blocking down with Brock Rubel, Wilson Bell, Kareem R pulling around. Martinez blocking back. It was just a really good play. Receivers down the field, and we finished the play and do what we need to do. Then I thought our 2-minute deal was a good deal. This was a chancy play. As far as hit, I'm glad Nate definitely put his shoulder in his chest, went below, and that's why we were scared we were going to lose him for the first half. And they corrected up top, and that's why we were able to do it. Willie does a great job. He's a class guy, and they got a very good program.
Florida State gets a win 34-14, 266 yards rushing for Dalvin Cook. And Coach, the second straight week, perfect in terms of scoring on your second half drives. You're 11 for 11 now, not counting a kneel down in week 1. So, I mean, you can't ask for much better.
No, you can't. Our kids we're making the adjustments at halftime. The kids are responding, going out and executing the plays, and very proud of that. Now we just got to get a little bit better in the first half.
You mentioned, as we looked at the highlights, the biggest play in your mind in the second half was the kick return that started.
Right.
What's happening that's enabling Kermit to spring free a little bit more this year compared to last year?
Kermit always had it. We're doing a better job of getting on guys up front. We're getting on guys, creating the lanes, getting the guys down, bigger body type guys, and we're getting the kick outs, and we're timing up. We've worked real hard on it, but we got the right guys making. Those guys are dedicating themselves to giving him a chance, and when they do, you see what happens.
FSU 2-0, but now the second season starts, if you will. The conference season begins on a short week at Boston College. We'll talk about the Eagles when we continue on the Jimbo Fisher Show.
Hi, I'm Alec Eberly. I'm from Mechanicsville, Virginia. I'm a redshirt freshman and I play center. Growing up, I played a lot of sports. I wrestled, I played lacrosse, I played basketball for a little bit, but my strength coach was like, look, if you want to play college football and you're really committed, I think it'd be in your best interest if you just solidified yourself to lifting, working out, and just playing football, and ended up working out for the better. So I ended up just playing football for my junior and senior year. Growing up, well, my family's from Texas. A whole family lives in Texas. My dad went to the University of Texas. My uncles went there, my aunts went there. So growing up, I actually was a Longhorn fan until about, I don't know, middle school. Then I didn't pay attention as much as college football. I switched to the NFL. So then I kind of just was watching, I was a football watcher. You know, I just wanted to watch football, see some good games. And then I remember when I came to visit here, actually I talked to Coach Trick on the phone, and I was like, I got to go visit Florida State. And after I visited Florida State, I was set. And that was my junior year, and I was ready. I was like, I want to go there. Well, I can still remember some of the older guys telling me how emotional it can be. Some guys they'd cry when they come through that tunnel, just knowing they finally made it. Coming out and seeing those 90,000 fans everywhere out there, and I was in shock. I couldn't believe that I had made it, because where I'm from, not a lot of guys make it big for football. And just knowing that I finally made it to a BCS school, coming out and seeing all these people around just watching, it really meant a lot to me. If we're getting away from athletics, I'm a big outdoorsy kind of guy. I like to shoot skeet or go hunting. I also love to build things. And before I got a newer truck, I used to love to work on my old truck because it was always breaking down. So that was fun to work on that. But just doing things outside is something I love to do. I find that relaxing. Everyone's like, it's your day off. Why do you want to go outside and build something or work on something? I was like, I don't know. It's what I love to do. I definitely would love to work with my father. We've always said we want to work together, coach football together, but there's another part of me that I want to live that simple life, work at the restaurant business and maybe have a farm and coach football, but another part of me wants to do bigger things and go on and try to help people or help the world and just change something. I don't know what it is yet. I always tell my mom, I said, I want to do something that can help people and change something, but I still don't know what it is. And I tell her I'm going to figure it out one day, and it's going to happen. Well, definitely my parents. I know everybody says that, but we had to travel a lot for my dad's job because, like I said, restaurant businesses, honestly, he traveled for his whole work, and I've never seen someone work as hard as my father. I mean, he'd come home at 3 o'clock in the morning, wake up at 7 and go to work again just like that with 4 hours of sleep. There'd be some nights where he'd get 2 hours of sleep. And so if I could say anyone's my overall hero, my mother, of course, and my dad is up there, because if I could work as hard as my dad towards football, I think I could be really successful. When I look back and tell them, I'll definitely say it was worth the haul, because like some other teammates, I'm from 12 and a half hours away, and getting up and moving away from my family, which I have a really close-knit family, moving away from them, it was hard, but it was worth it. The eagle has to leave the nest at some point, and once you get out and do that, you grow and so much more. Now, no matter what I know I'm going to go back to my hometown when I'm done, all said and done with football. I'm going to go back. But being away from now, it's a learning experience. So I'll encourage my kids to get out and learn and always know where your roots are, so you can always come back whenever and never forget who made you. But to be able to leave and learn so much is a great experience.
With a new season on the horizon for the Florida State football team, many questions will need to be answered on the field. But off the field, the answer remains the same as the Noles continue to make their mark in the community with the Live for Life charity event.
People, you go out and help the community, they look up to you. They look up to that not just because you're a great football player, a great athlete, but you represent the university. And it just says that, Florida State recruits not only great athletes, but great people.
The Live for Life event was organized by the Florida State chapter of the Uplifting Athletes Foundation, comprised of student athletes. The group's president is Alec Eberly, a redshirt freshman center on the football team.
Today gave us another chance to raise money for the Kids First Foundation through the Uplifting Athletes organization. And, it was a chance for me to get my first event as president of Uplifting Athletes for Florida State.
Eberly succeeded former Noles tight end Kevin Haplia, who brought the national organization to Florida State a year ago. Eberly then brought on kicker Roberto Aguayo as his vice president to help lead the movement.
He came up to me, he was like, man, you're younger and you seem like a guy that wants to do things off the field, which has been something I've always wanted to do, use football to get to people. And he was like, would you take over Uplifting Athletes after I left? And I was like, yeah, of course. He's like, it's gonna be some work. And I was like, anything to do, do more. And so he after he left, he gave me the reins and I kind of just took control from there.
The goal of the event was to raise money to assistant coach Fisher's son, Ethan's, fight with Fanconi anemia and bring more attention to the rare blood disease. The Noles competed in an offense-first defense format, racing in a number of different strength competitions. They pushed tires, vehicles, and even had a friendly game of tug-of-war.
It's always fun competing. It just gives us a chance to go at it some more. In the weight room, at workouts, at practice, it's a constant competition. Tug-of-war is the best judge of that because it shows the strength of everybody.
With fans paying admission to watch the day's events, the team had a spirited battle to see which side of the ball had the most Ironmen. However, the ultimate goal of the event was not lost amongst the players.
We were building towards our goal of $15,000 of the year to go towards Kids First, and we broke that, and we're close to $16,000, and hopefully by September we'll be close to $20,000. That's my goal. I know the goal was 15, but I want to pass that.
We're not only football players, we impact children, older people, alumni. They look up to us, and just to give back to the community, just to go out, and you never know, that one moment that person or that kid sees you can be impactful.
Community service is a value that Coach Fisher emphasizes to his team, a message that rings loud and clear to his players.
Any little thing that we can help in the community, I think it's great. Just as a person, it makes us better as a person, and it affects a lot of people.
Football is a great opportunity to reach out to people and do more for the community than just yourself. I know everybody talks about just playing ball, but it's a tool we can use, and to do this is awesome, and just have a chance to raise more money for a great foundation.
They're known as heroes to the Seminole faithful every Saturday during the fall. While they battle for victories on the field, these Noles are fighting even harder off the field to improve the lives of those less fortunate.
The Look Ahead is presented by Farm Bureau Insurance. Win a VIP experience at NolesContest.com.
Welcome back to the Jimbo Fisher Show. Coach, a lot of things going on this week. A short week, First road game, conference opener. Other than that, it's just another week of football. Right?
And it's an interdivisional game, so it's a double whammy, as I say. In both cases, it's going to be a lot of challenging moments for our young kids, how we get ready, how we respond, how we rest, and we have to go on the road and play. And that's always a great place to play as far as a venue to play, but it's very tough to play there.
Boston College under Steve Adazio, even pre-Coach Adazio, always a physical football team, and the MO is the same, but he's done a good job there.
Extremely good job. Very well coached, great guy, extremely great football mind, in my opinion, in what he does. They play great. They've given up 3 points in 2 games. They scored 41 in the first quarter last week, 76 overall. They've got a very dynamic team.
They were tough against the run a year ago. They're tough against the run this year, and so that obviously will be something that you'll pay attention to as you game plan and get ready for.
There's no doubt. We're going to have to find ways to move the football.
All righty, Florida State and Boston College coming up from Chestnut Hill. We, of course, will have the highlights next week. We've still got some more time on this week's show, though, so stay tuned. We'll continue right after this.
The Look Ahead is presented by Farm Bureau Insurance. Win a VIP experience at NolesContest.com.
We are right outside the Sports Nutrition Center with nutritionist Katie Messick, and we're going to be little mythbusters here today. We're talking about food myths.
Yes.
What are some of the most common ones that you've heard?
I think the biggest one that I hear often is that bananas make you fat. Bananas are sometimes too large for the actual serving size, but they're a great source of potassium and carbohydrates to kind of help an athlete replenish their muscle stores after a workout.
So do you suggest maybe eating it in half, or is a whole banana okay?
I mean, a whole banana is okay, just especially for an athlete, but somebody that goes to the grocery store and you see like a really large banana, sometimes that serving size can be 2 or 3 servings in one banana. So just kind of be mindful of your choice of banana size.
Well, as we can see here, we have a few other ones here on the board. Microwaving food zaps nutrition.
Yes, they can actually help keep nutrition into your food, because a lot of times if you cook it too long or at too high of temperatures, the nutrition will leave the food. So with the short, quick bursts that the microwave has, it'll help kind of retain that nutrition.
Well, this one might be my favorite. Eating healthy is too expensive.
Yeah,
Is that
so
true?
a lot of people have that complaint, and it's not really that true. There may be a little bit more prep involved with eating healthy, but if you shop with fruits and vegetables that are in season, you can maybe buy 12 ounces of blueberries when they're buy one get one free or on sale, and you can put that in your cereal, you can put that in your oatmeal, you can even dress a salad up with it, and then maybe even add a smoothie for dessert. But when it comes to meat, usually the meats are the ones that are a little bit more expensive, but buying in bulk really helps control that cost. And so you can kind of pull it apart, put it in freezer bags, freeze some, and take that out as needed. So that will really help lower the cost too.
Have you seen shopping outside grocery stores, maybe even helping with the price as well?
Yes, so farmers markets and co-ops can be really beneficial, but you're at the mercy of whatever's in season. So that can help you kind of keep things within the season and things that are popular, but also helping your local farmer.
A lot of people look at the back of labels to see what the nutritional facts are.
Yes.
Low fat or no fat equals no calories.
That's absolutely false. So you're going to have either low fat or low carbohydrate or low protein. It's not going to happen. So we get calories from carbohydrates, proteins, and fats. So it's still going to be in there.
Vitamins give you energy.
Energy equates to calories. So we still need vitamins and minerals to help repair and protect, but the energy is going to come from calories.
And then we go over here, skipping meals will help me lose weight.
Yes, science is coming out that's saying that if you were to skip meals like breakfast and lunch and just eat at dinner, you're going to overeat and tend not to pick the best options at those times. So that can really help you or not help you choose the right things.
You've always said breakfast is the most important. You have to get that one in, if anything.
Yes. So we want to front load. Our heaviest amount of energy we output is in the morning through lunch. So we need to have good sources of energy during those times.
Another one we've got on here is more protein equals more muscle. We know that a lot of people say 30 minutes after your workout, you have to have protein, protein, protein. Is that true?
We need protein at that time, but we only need a certain amount. So between 20 and 30 grams is what we can actually utilize within that time. Everything else that's not used is stored.
Well, it looks like we've gone through a lot here. There's one more on the board that's very interesting to me. I think we've kind of talked about it before, is the time to eat dinner. Eating after 7 p.m. you shouldn't do, but you've always said it depends on what time you go to bed.
Absolutely. If you're going to eat dinner at 7 and not go to bed till 1 or 2 in the morning, that is a long 6 or 7 hours that you could go without eating. And if you're doing homework like for our students or working on a work project, you still need energy and nutrition to help power through that work.
Well, we've gone through a lot here. There's a lot of other myths as well. How do you know what's right and what's wrong?
Just making sure that your experts that you're reading this information from is either a registered dietitian, it's that RD after somebody's name, they've gone through school, they've gone through a residency program to get that credential. So those are the people that are the nutrition experts.
Well, there's a lot there out online, but we're going to crack more myths. You can find more myths and what's right, what's wrong on Seminoles.com. Go to the nutrition page and you can find it all right there. We'll see you all next time.
Jimbo, some chance for a couple parting comments from you here. You go on the road for the first time, especially with a young team. What does that change in terms of how you emphasize making sure that you communicate right and that they can handle the adversity on the road?
Well, we'll have to do a lot of that in practice and making sure. And then they've never done it. I mean, they've kind of been part of it there on the sidelines, you know, when they've heard it. But going out on the field and doing that, we'll practice noise during the week. We'll do different scenarios, put them in that situation. But you know, that's just going to have to increase their concentration level.
Florida State gets BC this week. And Coach, what about from a health standpoint through 2 games as you get set to enter the conference?
Been extremely pleased. We've been very, I mean, we got normal nicks and bruises and here and there, but nothing that's really major. that keeps guys out of the games, and we've been very lucky.
FSU gets the Eagles on the road. And Coach, where through 2 games, I mean, you've got 2 sets of tape to look at now. I mean, it's a young team, so I would think that it's going to, you always want your teams to improve, especially with a young team. What are the points of emphasis right now?
I think consistency, and believe in your coaching. Believe in technique. Believe in assignments. When you're young, you want the results. You know what I mean? You want to have success. I want to win. I want to block my guy. Well, don't think about that. Think about how I block my guy. What my assignment is, where I line up, where's my hat and hands got to go, whether it's on offense, whether it's on defense, where's my gap control. And just make sure that you don't want the results so bad you forget the process. And I think that's where everybody talks about maturity. Maturity is when a guy does his job. Do your job and do it well. Don't get caught up in the big picture of things. And you got to have discipline to do that, and you got to have confidence in yourself to do that.
One thing we'd be remiss if we didn't mention Roberto Aguayo set a new ACC record, consecutive PATs, and also has enough kicks to qualify most accurate kicker in NCAA history right now.
Well, that's awesome. I mean, Roberto keeps doing the things he does, and we got to count on him, and he's huge in our plans, that's for sure.
Yeah, hit a couple field goals in all his PATs. All right, Florida State opens the ACC this week at Boston College. We'll have a complete recap for you next week right here on the Jimbo Fisher Show. Thanks for joining us.
This has been the Jimbo Fisher Show, brought to you by the Florida Lottery, over $28 billion and counting to education. Just imagine. The Florida Department of Transportation, drive sober or get pulled over. The energy-saving conservation programs of Tico People's Gas. Coke Zero, you don't know zero till you've tried it. SunTrust, the official bank of Florida State Athletics. Nick's Toggery, provider of Coach Fisher's wardrobe.